And welcome back to Dragon Ball Z What If? What if all the Z fighters minus Piccolo were Saiyans? Part 8. Now, I'm not going to be doing I'm going to try to do the voices as best I can. I'm not going to overdo it because my voice has been a little lately. I think I just overdid it on the weekend or something. Regardless, last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, Majin Buu had arrived Babidi and tried his dastardly deeds to take over the planet and destroy the universe, but our heroes managed to band together and defeat the pink bubblegum demon. And so we would then go into Super. By the by, I think I will try to finish this particular What If out in this video. Not because I couldn't drag it out another video longer, but I think it's time for us to wrap this up and start fresh with a new one. That way, because I still have 2 other Dragon Ball Z What Ifs to get to, I can get to My Hero What Ifs that a lot of people have been asking for so long after the fact. Because I think I mentioned it in the previous one, but just to reiterate, someone had asked, and it's a good question. I said when the series wrapped up for My Hero, that's when I'd start doing them. Well, the series is wrapped up. I'm sure at some point we might get a sequel series or something like that, or maybe a sequel OVA or movie or something like that, or spin-off. But now that it is, I'm going to finish up the 2 other What If suggestions I have in the polls for Dragon Ball Z, and then we're going to start offsetting the Dragon Ball Z with the My Heroes. So every 3 Dragon Ball Z What Ifs, you're going to get 3 My Heroes, and then back to the Dragon Ball Z, and then back to the My Heroes. So that's what's going to happen. Anyway, we would cut years later, after the fight with Buu. Now, all the Saiyans have been training, doing their best. Everyone except poor Vegeta has Super Saiyan 4. Honestly, I think Goku's like, well, we can always wish your tail back. I don't want your pity, Kakarot. It's like, well, all right, then. I don't know if you can hit this form without having a tail, though. Ironically, you can, but you need the flex. Fine, we'll take the... What? Vegeta, I can't hear you. I said I'll take the wish. It's like, just give that damn droid and give me my tail back. So they give him his tail. He goes Golden Age, but he immediately controls his Ozaru. They're like, huh? I'm the prince of all Saiyans. You really think I couldn't control my Ozaru form? Come on. Now then, Kakarot, it's time you and I finally had it out. Goku's kind of saying, you're on, Vegeta. Let's do this. And they clash. And they're probably about equal. But then Goku shows he can do the Kaioken and say, damn it! And he beats Vegeta pretty soundly once he does that. And so, honestly, there's a lot of peace going on. Now, Goku would not be training on King Kai's planet in this version. And you might be saying, well, King Kai could teach him the instant transmission. Now, in the anime, which technically I do follow the anime, but the anime even... what's the best way to put it? The anime has its own canon to a certain degree, and there's also filler in the anime. You'll notice I never go over the filler. The King Kai knowing instant transmission, as far as I know, while directly not part of the source material, is something they really did only add in there, as far as I know, just for laughs. Just for a joke, really. But... First off, it makes sense he could actually know it because has so much knowledge of the galaxy he governs. So it would actually make sense he knows it. But when it comes to at least the first part of Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z part, not Super, I actually do try to keep it close to both the anime and the manga because honestly, they're not too far apart, the anime and the manga, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. It's once you get to Dragon Ball Super that the manga and the anime really start to diverge a little bit. Particularly Super Saiyan Blue, the Goku Blackheart. Tournament of Power is very different in the manga. So here I would say Goku does not have instant transmission. So he's staying on Earth for the time being. Beerus ultimately wakes up. King Kai is warning them, Goku, he's coming, the destroyer. Beerus is like, Beerus! And Vegeta would know about who Beerus is. Would any of the others know, though? That's a good question. My guess is no, because Beerus really only showed up for the royal family. So I would probably guess not, but anything's possible, theoretically. Regardless, Beerus shows up, and Vegeta is trying to, placate him?
I think that's what it is. And he has to basically, King Guy has to explain all this is who Beerus is. He could have he's the one who sent Frieza to destroy planet Vegeta. He could have easily done it himself, even without, he didn't have to use his finger. Or he could have destroyed it with his little finger. It's like, well, didn't Frieza do? No, Frieza created a giant energy ball and flicked it with his finger. I mean, this man could literally destroy our planet with his finger. Oh. This man, if he wanted to, could destroy this entire universe. Wait, really? He's that strong? Sorry, there's a fly in here. Strong? Yeah, I can't wait. Lord Beerus, are you really so strong that you could destroy a planet with your finger? Could you really destroy the entire universe? Could you? It's like, what? Vegeta. Who is this Saiyan? Stupid fly. God. I want to get him so bad. This is just a low-class Saiyan. Not worthy of any of your time, Lord Beerus. No, shut up. It's like, you want to challenge me in all my existence. I have never heard such a demand. Sure, why not? It's like, awesome! Let's see what you have. Besides, I came here for a Super Saiyan God. I'm curious to see if you could live up to the legends. And Goku, transforms initially. Tries to take him on. Nothing. Super Saiyan 2. Here's the thing. Could they have Super Saiyan 3 like Vegeta does? Because I kind of made a point in saying Vegeta's the only one who has Super Saiyan 3 because he had to try to catch up to all the Super Saiyan 4s around him. I think it's possible they learned it just for training purposes. So when Goku shows up, he does have it. Vegeta's like, I don't even have fat form over him. I mean, God damn you, Kakarot. It's like, I must say, that's some impressive power. But is that really all the power you have? Not quite. I got one more trick up my sleeve. It just powers up. Boom! Powers up. It's like, my. And this is where Beerus' interest really starts to get peaked. Can you all do this for him? It's like, I'll tell you what then. Why don't you all come at me at once? This power is still not anywhere near close to taking me down. But it's the strongest fighter I've seen in some time. So I'll have you all come at me at once. How about that? Unless, of course, you're scared. And they're all like, they're saying pride kicks in. What? Oh, you want to go? Except for Gohan. Gohan's like, no, wait, guys, can we just... I was like, oh, God. He's just... He's even getting tagged a couple times. They are powerful indeed. But you have to do better. Just boom, boom, boom. And he's about to tag Goku until he actually stops and says, what is... I've stopped moving. What? And Chouch is there. Psychic Super Saiyan 4 power. Just like... Whoa. My. That is... I'm doing a lot of my's, but that is quite impressive. It's been an age since I've been stopped before. Everybody just flexes. Poof, ah! It's like, Chaozu! Is that really where your attention should be focused, Saiyan? Just boom, hits him. I'm not done yet. Oh, really? You have even more power? Please, show me then. It's like, Kaioken? And he, starts doing low grades. Kaioken! Turn 2, 3, 4, 5. And he goes all the way to 10. 10 times his power. That's the Spirit Saiyan. I haven't had this much fun in ages. And he's about to tag Goku again until Goku bursts into the full times 20. Times 20! Right in the nose. Oh, you little poo. Starts getting kind of doing what Vegeta did to Beerus. Like taking him by surprise. Again, he even says, I must admit, your power is impressive indeed, Saiyan. But is this all you really have? Temporary boost to a relatively powerful form. You're still saying, you don't quite get it, do you? I'm a god. You are immortal. And you just, I don't even feel it. Despite getting that lucky in the shot to the nose, notwithstanding, I don't even feel your hits. But I must admit, you have given me quite the appetite of a workout and quite the appetite to match. Please, tell me about this pudding again. They're all just, come on, let's get back up, come on. And so they're just like, oh man, we really aren't doing well, I guess. And Beerus, that this all reminds me about why I came here. I was looking for a Super Saiyan God. It doesn't appear to be on this planet. Well, this is a disappointment. Are there any other Saiyans out there, Whis? Well, I could check.
There seems to be one on this unknown planet, and then another one on the planet known as Vampa, though that is some ways away. Vampa, interesting. And how powerful is this Saiyan? Stronger than these two. That stronger than any of these individuals. That's for certain. What? Wait, no. Perhaps he could be what I'm looking for then. So wait, no. We could still find a Super Saiyan God. We could still bring it. Oh, and how do you plan to do that? The Dragon Balls. And Bulma's like, fine, whatever. And Vegeta's having to stop her from causing. He's like, look, it's fine, honey. It's all good, So Shenron comes out, explains how to create a Super Saiyan God, and he's like, I'll go first. And so Goku turns into the Super Saiyan God, and they have their fight, and he's a stronger version of the God here. Still goes about the same. But Beerus in this version isn't threatening to destroy the planet at all. There's no issue with that because Boo's not around to piss him off. If anything, he's actually in very good spirits after having after having a really good spar session, workout. So that happens. Now the question on everyone's mind is going to be, how many of these guys actually get access to God Key? And the answer to that is difficult to say. See, Vegeta, definitely. Goku, we know, will definitely. Those two are definitely going to get God Key. That's a given. We know it's going to happen. But Tien and Chaozu, I get the impression, are a little too proud to do it. Just because of the way they generally train. Yes, they've trained a little differently in this version because there's other Saiyans, but I have a feeling they're going to opt out. I feel like Yamcha might do it as well, but I do feel like Gohan will opt in. After they come back from training, Gohan decides to train with them, Master God Key again, and Master God Key, so he gets his own God Key. Now, Piccolo and Kami are very interesting here, because we haven't actually addressed this yet. Do they fuse eventually? And right now, I would say the answer is probably no. They had no reason to fuse right now. Even Boo and Beerus wouldn't really be a reason to fuse because they know they just get killed, and the Dragon Balls would then be gone forever. I also don't think until the Tournament of Power rolls around, I actually don't see a reason for them to need to fuse. Also, because of that, there's no reason Dende should be here. The Kami's still around. And so, when the Tournament 6 Universe 6 tournament comes around, who do we have on the team? Well, you got Goku, you got Vegeta, you got Gohan. And the question here quickly becomes, which one of the other Z-Fighters steps in? I think maybe Gohan asks Piccolo to step in, Monaka steps in. The matches honestly would go about the same until Gohan steps in and shows off Super Saiyan Blue and tries to go up against Hit, who he does go up against. Think words here. He does fare pretty well against Hit because he's pretty analytical, like his dad as well. Goku's, when it comes to straight fighting though, Goku is the smarter of the two. Gohan's just normally smarter. Like IQ wise, he's got a better IQ. World knowledge, he's much smarter. But in terms of a fighter, Goku is the smarter fighter. Gohan, I think, would still lose by showing off Hit's weakness as Hit gradually begins to evolve. So Goku goes in, shows up the Kaioken. All's well that ends well. Goes about the same there. He throws the fight for Monaka. I was about to say Monaka. Then the King shows up. He's like, you're silly. I like silly people. And so, yeah, that's how that goes. Goku Black. Still Goku Black. I think you would actually really get a very similar thing here. Now, there is one thing I didn't bring up. They still have the Potara earrings. Would they have tried to fuse to stop Beerus? That's only if they had their earrings on them. I think the earrings are kept safe at Capsule Corp, and unfortunately, they were not available at they don't keep them on them. Like Vegeta doesn't keep his on him. Like they keep it at Capsule Corp. So when the first time they go into the future and they get clapped, they come back, and this time they make sure to get the earrings. Not only that,
they make sure to show off the new form they have, which would be the Super Saiyan God 4, or Super Saiyan God Primal, if you will. God Ki stacked on Super Saiyan 4 form. So they do that, latch it onto their hair, turn into Vegito, Super Saiyan God Primal Vegito. And while Zamasu is not killed because he's immortal, I think they could outright kill Goku Black. You know, the power-wise, they are now just magnitudes beyond him. Even with like his level of improvement, they just completely just poof. No mercy from a murderer like you. It's like, you filthy little ninja. Just blast. And even Zamasu was like, no, this is not right. This is not. So you're coming with us. Yeah! And pull him into Trunks' time machine. Just, it's like, and all of a sudden, they show back up. And I was like, here you go, Lord Beerus. Whis, you said you wanted to deal with it. How? What? No, is it? Oh, I see. So that's how you've been doing it. A time ring. Interesting. So, and it's a Hakai, and they just gets rid of the time. Yeah. Now, unfortunately for you, I'm not able to. Here's the thing. It's said in the manga that he can't kill immortal beings. But he can get rid of spirits, apparently. So, I don't know. What do you think the truth is about how the Hakai affects immortality? Let me know. I personally believe that it should kill an immortal being because it's not killing you. It's existence erasure, which bypasses immortality. So he just looks on at this fake Zamasu again. Hakai! Just Hakai's him out of the way. And so, well, we'll have to bring this up to the old man Goasu. But there's another thing that we need to talk about. Saying, who are you exactly? Oh, we're Vegeta. We're the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. I see, but you're using Kai earrings. How on earth did you manage to acquire this? Oh, these were a gift from Shin, the Supreme Kai, when he came to Earth to help us fight Majin Buu. He did what? That little girl. And finally, the fusion breaks up. Well, I hate when we do that, Kakarot. Sorry. I don't ever want to do that again. Well, of course. You more. Well, makes sense. Those earrings only last about an hour for you mortals, but for Kai's, it's a permanent fix. So we need to go visit the Supreme Kai. It's like, yes, Lord Beerus. And so they go. It's like, Shin, what were you doing? It's like, it was my duty. Your duty is to stay out of the way. Otherwise, you could have been killed. If you're killed, I'm killed. Now, would you want me to die? Well, no. Then, if you don't want to lose your arms, I suggest you never do it again. Right. It's like, but now, under more pressure, you openly gave your Kai earrings to mortals. Why? Oh, Goku and the others. Well, they were still in such a hand to the defeat of Majin Buu. I just felt it was only right. It's like, only right. You're too soft, Shin. But I admit it makes things more interesting. But never do it again. And or Kibito Shin. I think that was his name. It's not Shin Kibito. It's Kibito Shin. And also get unfused and go to Namek and use their Dragon Balls. Unfused, for God's sake. And so Tournament of Power comes. Now with the Tournament of Power, there's no Majin Buu here, so I could see any other member of the gang showing up there to help Yamcha, help whatever. But the actual team selection takes place. So obviously you would have Goku, you'd have Gohan, you'd have Vegeta, you'd have Piccolo, you'd have Krillin, you'd have Yamcha, you'd have Tien, you'd have Roshi, and you'd have you'd have Chaozu. Did I get everyone? Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Gohan. No, sorry, Vegeta, Piccolo, Roshi, Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, Krillin, but they're still missing their 9th member. Excuse me. And yeah, they would have to bring back Frieza. Now, by the by, you might be wondering, didn't you just skip Resurrection F? I did. I did for a very specific reason. I kind of don't think Resurrection F would happen. They never went to Earth, first and foremost. They also can't use the Namekian Dragon Balls. And I think a lot of their forces kind of got wiped out. But even if you were to say that Resurrection F happens, it still happens the same way it does in the original, minus the fact that Piccolo isn't killed, Gohan's strong enough to actually duke it out and actually beat on Frieza pretty hard. And everyone could actually go toe-to-toe with Frieza if he had to. Well, up until he goes golden. So, even if it does happen, which I don't think it would, but let's just say for the sake of argument it does, so we can have the golden Frieza form, then they go get Frieza. That still happens the same. Tournament power happens. Everyone kind of goes off in their own directions as they did originally. You don't have the twins here, which is a big change. But Universe 9 would still go out first, then followed by Universe 10. Now, Krillin would not go out the same way he did in the original year. Chaozu was there as well, and Yamcha are there as two of the replacements for 17 and 18. And they're both Saiyans with Super Saiyans 1, 2, and 4. So they're more than capable of taking these guys out. Krillin does get a little cocky at points, but I think, unlike here, he's not going to just keep his backside open. So Yamcha is also going to come in. I think Yamcha could be an unsung hero because he can do I can't remember what it's called, but it's an energy orb he can already navigate the attack with. And so he can actually kind of just attack you from a distance, kind of knock them out of the rings if they get too close. He also has his Wolf Fang Fist, and at Super Saiyan 4, it's the Wolf Ape Fang Fist. Or Ape Fang Fist, really. So, and then Tien's still doing Tien, except Tien's now a Super Saiyan as well. So, him taking out the sniper does not mean he has to go out. Chaozu having psychic abilities also means they can paralyze, knock out, paralyze, knock out. So, Universe 10 and 9 go out a lot quicker. After that, it was a little while before... Oh, I was had him that time. After that, it was a little while before there was a knockout. You saw the first ones out were Roshi, Krillin, and Tien. Those are your first three. I think the first one out this time is Roshi, because Krillin and Tien are going to last a lot longer. I think the next one out would... Honestly, the next one out might be Chaozu, because the psychic abilities would probably be a red flag for them to take him out. So they take out Chaozu next. Tien probably goes falling in suit with Chaozu. In 1 second. Oh, I almost had her. I want to get that. He's a big guy, too. I want to get that little bitch. Anyway. Yeah, come on. Land. No. Anyway. Watch me fight a fly for 30 minutes. Fly swat martial arts style. I will swat you with my fly style. My hands are the swatters of destiny. Anyway, I just went off the rails there. So you really wouldn't see a lot of different... I could also see one of the other universes either being knocked out prior to when they were knocked out previously, or having fighters knocked out that would make the next rounds very different. For example, Universe 3. The one that gave us Aniraza. I can see some of those robots being knocked out quicker, thanks to Chaozu, Yamcha, and Tien. And that would change things. There would be no Aniraza this time around. And then Goku and Jiren would fight. Goku goes into his full Super Saiyan God Primal form, which is much stronger than Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. And he's stacking Kaioken on top of it. I've always said, I think a form like this might not be to Jiren's full power, but it's probably like in the 40% range, which is no small feat. And Jiren, unlike before, Jiren really wasn't struggling that hard with Goku. He was putting effort. He was, because Goku was strong enough to put in effort. And Goku even tagged him once or twice. He was also had to get out of the way of Kamehameha from Goku. Like, he legitimately was like, oh, yeah. But here, no. Goku is actually giving him a really good fight. And he actually has to flex some of his energy and power. Unfortunately, once he starts doing that, he's pretty screwed. Goku starts getting on the losing side of the fight pretty quickly. And eventually, it results in him having to use the Spirit Bomb. That fails. He activates Ultra Instinct. They Ultra Instinct the night away. That fight goes down. Jiren, though, does take more damage here because he's already had to actually go up against Goku, which then means he struggles against Hit when Hit goes in to fight him, because he's actually been worn down a bit. And breaking out of that cage of time is... I still think he'd do it, but it would take more energy and more effort on his part, which weakens him even further. Frieza gives him some energy. I also don't see Piccolo getting knocked out here. I think Gohan's able to save his butt. I think really you're not going to see a knockout for a good long while from Universe 7. Except for maybe when Brienne goes giant, I think maybe this is where Krillin takes her down. It's like, I've had enough of your lame standards of beauty. And it's like, everyone's beautiful in their own way. I don't believe that, to go little Naruto. And she's like, oh, because it's the thing. In the anime, she comments on how he's so ugly he has no nose, but I believe in the manga, she actually comments on how beautiful he is. So he just comes in and sacrifices himself to take down the Mega Brienne. Kefla would still go down the same when Kefla goes down. Ani Razi is not around, so it's Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Gohan, and ironically, Piccolo there to duke it out. Now, in this case, here and now, I should note, this is where Kami fuses with Piccolo. I do think to prepare for the Tournament of Power, they fuse together. And so Gohan and Piccolo take on, Gohan and Piccolo take on Dispo. Frieza takes on, would it be Gohan? Nah, let me rephrase that. Gohan and Piccolo take on Topo. Frieza takes on Dispo, and obviously Goku and Vegeta are taking on Jiren, and they both go as hard as they can with their Super Saiyan primal forms, although Goku's a lot more tired out. Vegeta also shows off his, and so Jiren, they're clashing. It is like godly tier, like levels of power. And Frieza, being the conniving bastard he is, does the energy cage to trap Dispo. Gohan and Piccolo together are able to, I think, overwhelm Topo, who isn't going into his god form because his honor wasn't besmirched. They go knock out Dispo, and then obviously Jiren basically shows off his true power without flexing his shirt, mind you, ripping it off, knocking out Piccolo. Piccolo! It's like, yawn! It's like, ugh. And so they try, and Jiren starts to just overwhelm their asses, blasting him in. Vegeta gets up, or blasting him around. They're pretty much kind of KO'd at the moment. Vegeta shows up again, gives last energy to Goku, goes Ultra Instinct, shows off Ultra Instinct, mastered Ultra Instinct. They have their fight. And Goku legitimately wins because Jiren has been tired out in this fight a lot more than he was in the original. I think he just legitimately wins. And he knocks him. And to be fair, he actually legitimately won too. It's just his Ultra Instinct faded out and he just couldn't keep it up anymore. And Jiren took the time to try to knock him out. And so they say, oh, you still got to have one more winner. And so they duke it out, and it is Gohan who wins and brings back the fallen universes. So to wrap it up, we got Dragon Ball Super, Superhero, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Not in that order. But Broly, Frieza's resurrected. They find Broly. Honestly, Goku and Vegeta could probably take on Broly even in his... Because then when they said, oh, this Saiyan's much stronger than these two, this was before they got the God Ki. And even so, at his full power in his base form, he was about toe-to-toe with Super Saiyan Vegeta. With the Kari added on, he was toe-to-toe and even overwhelming God Goku and Vegeta. Then Super Saiyan Blue happened and they were able to overcome him. And then he goes Super Saiyan and overcomes them. I think they can even handle normal Super Saiyan Broly. Difficultly, but they can do it. That being said, once he goes Berserker, they're a legendary Berserker Saiyan. Yeah, they're in a tight bind there because with the fusion, with the earrings, they could beat him. They need the earrings there though. But knowing, sensing like the energy coming to the planet, they probably would preemptively have the rings. And Vegeta's like, no, it's like Vegeta. It's like, I hate it when we have to do this. And they turn the Vegeta, it's like, Fa! Instead of go! G-ta! It's Fa! G-ta! And it just beats the loving hell out of Broly. And then all's well that ends well. And then you would get the Dragon Ball Super Superhero, where Gohan, surprisingly, is not any weaker in this version. Now, he does not have his potential unlocked here, so I think that is a big detriment to him, but I think they are able to... let me put it this way. I think he maybe hits his own version of Beast here, which goes beyond Super Saiyan Primal because of hidden potential or whatever. or at least he does like a evolved version of it, like Vegeta did with Super Saiyan Blue, like the evolved Blue, which is still a dumb name. I prefer Royal Blue. So I think in that case, then he beats Cell Max, and maybe Piccolo does. Maybe Piccolo, once they have gotten a new Guardian for the Dragon Balls, unlocks the potential for Orange Piccolo. Maybe. Either way, that would be the end of this series. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to put up a poll tonight for the next one. Well, yesterday by this video standards. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.